today we're going to be doing a video on this lathe that I just bought. I got this at an auction. It was a consignment auction last weekend, and this was not on the sale bill. I had no idea this was even there, and I barely even had time to look at it once I was at the auction, and I just bought it on a whim for $60. I thought, how can you go wrong? I was planning on actually paying way more than $60 for it just because I have always wanted a metal lathe, and then hopefully this here is a good choice of one to buy. I don't know. It is old. I don't know anything about it. Haven't even plugged it up yet. Don't even know if it works. So this video here just basically going to be going over this lathe, looking at it. It really needs to be cleaned up. That'll probably be another video. And we'll just look at everything it came with, all the tools. It came with so many more tools than I ever would have thought it came with. At the auction, there was a couple metal tins underneath the lathe, and they had tools in it. And they all just kind of piled in, and I had no idea it came with so many until I got it here into the shop and started getting all of it pulled out. So we'll go over the lathe, look it over, then we'll go ahead and look at all the tools and see what all we got. And I'll be totally honest with you, I know absolutely nothing about metal lathes. I mean, once I bought this, I got home, watched a few metal lathe for beginner videos on YouTube, and I have an idea of what a few of the things are called. If I'm wrong, I apologize, because again, I know nothing about metal lathes. So if anyone watching this has any ideas, a lot of the tools that came with it, I don't even know what they are or what to even use them for. So I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave comments down below and help me out here, and hopefully we can get this sorted out and figure out what I have, and hopefully I can get it to work and build some really cool stuff with some fun projects coming up. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. That helps me out a ton. Okay, for starters on this lathe, you probably already know the age of it, according to the thumbnail entitled video, but I don't know how well you can see this print down in here. It's kind of dark, but it looks like it says 1880, looks like 3, and it says that's the patent date there, and then it has a few other dates, patent dates below that, and they're all made to late 1880s. So I don't know the exact year of this, but I'm assuming it is around that year, or maybe really early 1900s. I don't know. Originally, I believe, according to a YouTube video I watched, I believe this used to be pedal powered, and it has the spots right down here on the legs, and I believe that's where your kind of a camshaft or crankshaft went through, and it had the pedals on it to power it. Luckily, this has been converted to electric motor, and so this side here on the legs is broke out, but that didn't really seem to affect anything. And the overall condition of this lathe seems to be in really good shape. It seems to turn over just fine. Might need a new flat belt. It's a little bit loose on there. And it has your 3 different pulley sizes. And then you can just pull this lever back to change your speeds, which I can't do with one hand holding the camera. This lever here seems to be the lock, and so you can change out chucks, and now it does not turn. And this lever here, this is your feed speed on it, and that is to move this forward. And then if you switch it here the other direction, go up here with it, and then that makes it go feed the opposite direction. And the middle here is neutral. I'm going to just leave it in neutral because I do not know if this even works. This has the 3 jaw chuck on it, and I have also a 4 jaw chuck that came with it. And the biggest concern with it when I looked at this first at the auction was this knob here is bent, as you can see there, and this lever here is the handles broke off. However, just now digging around in the buckets of parts it came with all the tools, I have the other half of the handle, so I'm going to try to get that fixed here, hopefully fairly soon. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to bend this back, because I do not want to break it. I might just be better off leaving it bent, I don't know. And this one here, this moves forward and backward, that junction there, and then this one here, you have to unlock this, I believe. And this here moves the whole slide forward and backward. And you have to lock this, I believe, into place for your auto feed to work on it. And I have no idea what this here is. It just loosens and tightens, and apparently raises and lowers. I do not know what that is. If anyone has any ideas, let me know in the comments. And then back here on the tail stop, I have your adjustment here, of course, extends out, and this loosens, and you can slide it. It's actually a little bit rough to get to slide, because it needs to be cleaned up. I don't know how long this leg's been sitting, but it definitely needs a good cleaning. And this here, I believe it locks down onto this here, so then you can't adjust it. And this comes off here, and then goes on to the other side. And I believe that will move the tailpiece side to side in this direction. Then on the back side here is where they had mounted the motor, and that is not original. I don't know if this whole back half here is original. The one I had seen that ran by Pedal Power, it had a very large flywheel pulley system on the other side of it here, and the belt ran straight down to it. I do not know what this had originally, and this whole conglomeration here is all just bolted on, so I don't know what it actually originally had, and I don't know if any of this is actually original or not. But I really don't care. I have to have one that's electric. Obviously, something that's pedal powered is not going to be what I want, so I'm hoping it's going to run here with no really issues, and hopefully I can get some good use out of it. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and get it turned on here, and we will see if it works. I want to make sure I have this all unlocked. There, it's turning freely. And I guess the moment of truth. I believe it is geared to where it should run slow. We'll start out slow and make sure nothing flies apart on it. So I guess the switch is here. And I think it helps if you plug it in. So let me plug it in real quick. And that's one thing I did notice when I bought this, that it does have a really good cord on it. So that's giving me high hopes here that it is a running lathe. And I guess we will find out here. Moment of truth. And it runs. Okay, well that's a good sign. And I wonder if the auto feed on it works. Looks like the auto feed is working. I don't know if this is supposed to be turning or not. but it is. Go ahead and turn this back off. I'm probably not going to run it anymore, and I guess I will see on getting it cleaned up. And I don't know if I need to, if I should keep all these gears oiled. I don't know. What do you think I should do? It makes sense to me to run a little bit of oil on them. One of the first things I'll probably do is build a cover over all this, because this is great and all, having all those gears open. I think it'd be a pretty good idea to have them all covered. So let me go ahead and go over here and we will go over all the tools that came with it. Okay, so here's everything that it came with. And here's the 4-jaw chuck I was talking about it came with. And I have absolutely no idea what this is, but just a bunch of, I guess, gears and stuff that are all bolted together to keep track of them. And I also not overly sure what these here are. I mean, I know they go on in place of the chuck like this, but I don't know really what you'd use them for, so any advice on that would be great. I was talking to someone at the auction, and they were saying this almost looks like something that someone made to turn something wood on a lathe, but I don't know. But it is a rest like what you think of a wood lathe having. So I don't know if I'd ever use that, because I don't do anything with wood. Again, this here, I'm assuming, is a replacement, just a really heavy version of something like this to hold your bit, but because it looks like your edge bolts onto there. I don't know if I even have a mount to actually mount this onto the lathe. I don't know. But either way, I also have all of these other mounts here with different tips. A couple of these here face different directions, like these two here, a different direction, what this one here is. And I got this here for doing normals, like on a handle or something. And this here is straight. And then this one here, the second one, does your cross pattern. So I'm really happy to get these. And I kind of want to make some tool of some sort, just so I can normal the handle, just for the fun of it. And then it has these different assorted sizes of chuck keys it came with. And then I'm not overly sure what this here is used for, but I guess it's just a different bracket to hold a cutting tool. So again, if anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear them. And I do not know what this is. And then I got this here, which is a adapter to change sizes from the smaller shaft to the larger. And I have 3 new containers of the cutting tips. I don't know how well you can see those in there. They all look the same size, and they're all full except one container is missing 2. And then we have different adapters and stuff here, different sizes. A new bearing, which kind of worried me when I saw that. I'm assuming there's a bearing on there that needs to be replaced. Because why else would it have a new one sitting here? And we have this very large bit here, along with quite a few different sizes of bits like this. And this here's what I think more of a end mill or something having, I don't know. And we got this plastic container here full of different types and styles of bits. A gauge so you can center your pieces of metal. So that's going to be handy to have. And again, different sizes, different styles of bits in different veins. And it seems like we about have every size of anything you need. And all these different bits like this. And to be honest, I had no idea it came with all this stuff when I bought it. I saw it down in just in boxes, and I had no idea what all was here. Like I said, I didn't know the lathe was even at the auction until it was close to auctioning it off. And I just barely even got a look at it. I basically just grabbed a hold of the pulley on the motor. It turned over. That's all I knew. So we also have these containers here, which have bits in them like this. And has a different size here on each end. And this one here has two different styles of bits, like this here. And I have another container here with yet another bit in it right here. And so I'm going to have a lot of fun messing with this here and see on what all I can do with it. See what kind of fun things, like I said, I can make. And it's always fun to learn how to use a new tool like this. And just another look here at what's in this plastic container. And then over here, I have all of these different sizes and styles of bits here. And I have no idea what these are. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. And I have a handle here that I'm not overly sure what that goes to. And then right over here is the handle that's broke off that I was talking about. So I'm going to try to find some way to reattach that. I don't know if I can braze it or what I can do. And then here we have 3 different sizes of drill chucks. And as you can see, this chuck here is rather good size. So that's going to be really nice to have. And I can't wait to put all this stuff to good use. So leave in the comments down below, was this lathe worth buying for $60? And do you think it's going to be a decent lathe, or should I try to find something else? I can't help think that I'm going to be able to put it to good use, and with all the tools it came with, I think it was a great deal, and hopefully I can get it all figured out and how to use it. I'm going to be doing more videos on this lathe coming up. First things first, probably going to try to get the whole thing cleaned up and get it all oiled up and hopefully get it run a little bit smoother. Yeah, like I said, it runs really good the way it is, but I can't help think a little bit of oil in all the gears won't hurt anything. And I guess I'm going to try to do some more research, see what I can find on this old lathe, and see what we can dig up on it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it is from the 1880s, and I'm going to be doing a bunch more videos on this lathe. And once it's all cleaned up, I'm going to stick a piece of metal in it and see what I can do with it. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos coming up. Well, I guess I'm going to be doing it here for now. I really appreciate you watching, and I guess I'll see you next week.